The ICF Canoe Sprint World Championships are brought to you by the Province of Ontario, the Government of Canada, and Tourism Niagara.
And next up is race 31, semifinal 2 of the junior men's K1 1,000 meter.
And your lane assignments: in lane number 1 from Ukraine, Vladislav Sevchenko. Lane 2 from the Republic of South Africa, Dugan Afonso. Lane 3 from Austria, Christoph Kornfeind. Sweden's Martin Nathal is in lane 4. New Zealand's Curtis Imrie in 5. Belarus is in lane 6, Arthur Peters. And Mexico's Jordan Silva is in lane 7. Uruguay's Sebastian Delgado is in lane 8. And Kyrgyzstan's Kirill Bondar in 9.
Now this is another strong semifinal. What we saw in the heats this morning was, again, athletes playing a little bit with each other, but you cannot mess around in a semifinal. Again, top 3 to the A final, 4 to 6 to the B final, and the rest out. All these athletes want to get into that A final. That's where anything can happen, and that's where the medals are. If I had to pick a favorite in here, lane 5, New Zealand, Curtis Imrie, paddled very well this morning, first in heat number 3. He's a smaller athlete, incredibly fit though. The way he raced this morning, a high stroke rate, loved that tailwind. We'll see if the change in wind has any effect, and they've begun. Keeping a look at lane 7, he started off very fast, the Mexican athlete. Excellent start from Jordan Silva. He was 4th in the second heat with a 350, so we'll see what he can do. There's a great shot of the New Zealander though. Calm athlete, confident paddler. We'll see what he can do in this semifinal.
Well, keep your eye on lanes 4, 5, and 6, your fastest qualifiers. Sweden's Martin Nathal, lane number 5, Imrie, like you pointed out, Tom, and the Belgian, Arthur Peters, is really someone who can make a difference in this race. Top 3 directly through to the finals, but the outsiders, the Uruguayan in lane number 8 and the Kyrgyzstani, Kirill Bondar, are dark horses in my view, and you can never count out Ukraine. Ukraine has always been a powerhouse in the men's kayak. But I think the person to watch in this race is Imrie from New Zealand and lane 6 from Belgium, Arthur Peters.
Yeah, those two are definitely going to be strong. Looks like Imrie in the blue boat in the middle. He looks strong. He looks confident right now. Nice relaxed rate, but you know, I've said it before. When it looks relaxed and looks easy, it means the paddler is paddling well. On his left, we'll see the Swede Martin Nathal. We can't discount him. Lane 4, he did well this morning. He was 2nd in the 4th heat with a faster time than Imrie actually. But here we have a great shot of the winners. Imrie's just ahead of the Belgian athlete Arthur Peters. Very close between those two boats. The Swede is in 4th, the white and yellow boat near the top middle of your screen. And on his left is the Austrian Christoph Kornfeind, who was 3rd in heat 2, another fast athlete. This is a stacked heat. It's going to be very close. Remember, top 3 is what these athletes are looking for.
Yeah, top 3 is what you want. The rest, 4, 5, and 6 are into the B final. The rest are out. But it looks like a real nice challenge here coming from lane 5, the blue boat in the middle. It looks like Peters, pardon me, on the outside has lost his, we're at the 500 meter mark right now, and it looks like Peters from Belgium has lost his lane marker.
Yeah, it looks like he's missing his number. That's one of those things that happens. But just past the 500, we're about the 350 now. We have New Zealand in lane 5. Solid paddling here. Is a great head-on shot. You can really see the symmetry of the technique, see the way the boat's bouncing. It's always going to rock a little bit side to side, but the less bounce, the better. But he's being challenged now by the Swede, and in the top of his screen, the Austrian looks like he might have just taken the lead, but it is 3 boats, 3, 4, 5, right in a line with 6. Belgium maybe a meter behind the other 3 leaders, but it's a very, very close race for the top 3. This is going to be a tight finish. Excellent paddling by this young New Zealand athlete. Now, when I was doing my research for this race, I couldn't find his name anywhere, but this is the thing that happens with juniors, and that's why it's fun to watch them, because the athletes come seemingly out of nowhere, even though they may be dominant in their home countries for years and years and years. You can see the effort on the Swedish athlete's face. He's working incredibly hard. They all are. They're coming into the 200 meter mark right about now, and it is a 4-boat race. Impossible to tell who's winning. Maybe Austria is ahead right now. It looks like he's ahead by a half boat, but then the next 3 are in a line. This is a race for 3rd. No one wants to be 3rd right now. Here's our leader, The Austrian paddler, you can see the effort on his face. Look at the way his boat rocks. As you get tired, technique fades, and all you're trying to do is keep the boat smooth, get the strokes in there, and get to that finish line as fast as possible. He is paddling incredibly well. A very well executed race by that young Austrian athlete. It looks like Sweden is in second. Arthur Peters of Belgium is fighting for that third place spot against New Zealand's Curtis Emery.
We've got two boats with no deck numbers, but as you said, Tom, it's the Austrian with the race of the day. Christoph Kornfeld looking very strong, and here are your top three qualifiers.
Christoph in 1, Sweden in 2, and Belgium in 3.